Welcome back. This week, the Department of Water Resources performed its first snowpack of the new year, and it came back some pretty good news there. Ashley Metzger is with the Desert Water Agency, joining us to discuss some of the findings. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you. Yes, good news.
Yeah.
Obviously, the state's getting pummeled. It's not just here in the Coachella Valley, Northern California too. Lots of rain and snow. And the Sierra Nevada is actually what water managers in the state look most at because it's the state's biggest snow bank, if you will.
Yeah.
And they did those measurements this week, and it turns out that about 175% of average is what we're looking at for current snowpack. However, before we drop the confetti and the balloons, it's really important to remember that the April 1st date is really what we're looking at in terms of typically that's when the snowpack is at its highest, and we're still only at about 65% of the way there.
And it was last year, I think, that we had a great start to the season, and then it just stopped.
That's right.
And by April, it wasn't that great.
That's correct. It was a really stellar start.
Yeah.
October and December were extraordinarily wet last year and then just petered out completely.
Yeah.
And we ended up quite dry. And the drought it's still a problem. So we need to be cautiously optimistic, get through to spring, because what happens too the past several years is it's been getting warmer sooner. And so that snow melts sooner, rain will come down and melt the snow, and the state system is really set up for a longer, more gradual snow melt through the spring and summer.
Yeah, a lot of people excited when they see the rain here falling in the desert or the rain falling in our local mountains.
Yes.
And it is nice to see, but that doesn't have a huge impact on our local water picture.
No, it does help a little bit. And one of the main ways it helps is that people can turn off their sprinklers, right? So if it's raining, you don't need to be watering. And, I know you've got a smart irrigation controller at home, so those of you out there that don't have one, it's a good idea to get one installed so that when it does rain, it's not on the list of things like your umbrella and your raincoat and all those things you have to pull out from up in the closet. You can it's automatically done for you.
Now, we've got some interesting web resources that people can go to if they have questions about it.
Or if they're ready to step up, right? So for incentives on saving water, things that you can do and also get some money for, dwa.org/save. And then anything you want to know about the drought, we've got a pretty comprehensive drought webpage, dwa.org/drought.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. Good way to find out more if you have questions. But, hey, we'll celebrate a good report when we get it, right? As far as the snowpack. Let's keep those going. Thanks so much for being here with us, Ashley. A lot going on in the news today. Still to come, the latest on the Film Festival Gala in town tonight. And the storm, complete first alert, weather alert team coverage coming up. You're watching the Desert's News Leader. Stay tuned.